कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीम् उत्तमश्लोकीं भक्तिं भवति नैष्ठिकी। Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, the Lord's pastimes out of Vrindavana, Chapter 3, Text 14. Canto 3, Chapter 3, Text 14. Kiyan bhuvo ayam sapitor bharo Kiyan bhuvo ayam kapit sapitor bhava यत्रोण भीष्मार्जुन भीममौलै यत्रोण भीष्मार्जुन भीममौलै अष्टादशकशिनो अष्टादश अक्षौणिनो मत्तस्मंसैर् अष्टादश अक्षौणी मत् अंसैर् आस्ते बलं दुर्विषहं यदूनाम् आस्ते बलं दुर्विषहं यदूनाम् कियान् भुवो अयं सपितोरुबारो यत्रोण भीष्मार्जुन भीममौलै अष्टादश अक्षौणी मत्तंसैर् आस्ते बलं दुर्विषहं यदूनाम् Kiyan, what is this? Bhuva, of the earth. Ayam, this. Sapita, abetted. Guru, very great. Bhara, burden. Yat, which? Trono, Trona. Bhishma, Bhishma. Arjuna, Arjuna. Bhima, Bhima. Molai, with the help. Ashtadasa, 18. Akshaunika, Palanaksas of military strength. Mattamsai, with my descendants. Aste, are still there. Balam, great strength. Dirvishakam, unbearable. Yadunam, of the Yadu dynasty. You want to read in Kannada or in Hindi? Others can. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Please repeat. After the end of the battlefield, under the end of the battle of Kurukshetra, the Lord said, the abatement of the earth's great burden, 18 Akshaunis, has now been effected with the help of Drona, Bhishma, Arjuna and Bhima. But what is this? There is still the great strength of the Yadu dynasty, born of myself, which may be a more unbearable burden. purport. It's a wrong theory that due to an increase in population, the world becomes overburdened, and therefore there are wars and other annihilating processes. The earth is never overburdened. The heaviest mountains and the oceans on the face of the earth hold more living entities than there are human beings, and they are not overburdened. If a census were taken of all living beings of the surface of the earth, certainly it will be found that the number of humans is not even 5% of the total number of living beings. If the birth rate of human being is increasing, then birth rate of other living beings is increasing proportionately. The birth rate of lower animals, bees, aquatics, birds, etc., is far greater than that of human beings. There is an adequate arrangement for food for all the living beings all over the earth by the order of the Supreme Lord. And He can arrange more and more if there is actually a disproportionate increase of living beings. Therefore, there is no question of an increase of population causing a burden. The earth became overburdened due to thermocliny or irregular discharge of Lord's desire. The Lords appeared on the earth to curb the increase in miscreants and not the increase in population, as is wrongly put forward by the mountain economist. When Lord Krishna appeared, there had been a sufficient increase in miscreants who had violated the desire of the Lord. The material creation is meant for fulfilling the desire of the Lord. And His desire is that the conditioned souls who are unfit to enter the kingdom of God have a chance to improve their conditions for entering. The entire process of a cosmic arrangement is just to give a chance to the conditioned souls to enter the kingdom of God. And there is an adequate arrangement for their maintenance by the nature of the Lord. Therefore, although there may be a greater increase in population on the surface of the earth, the people are exactly in line with the God consciousness and are not miscreants. Such a burden on the earth is a source of pleasure for her. There are two kinds of burden. There is the burden of the beast and the burden of the love. The burden of the beast is unbearable, but the burden of the love is source of a pleasure. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti describes the burden of love very practically. He says that the burden of the husbands on the young wife, the burden of child on the lap on the mother, and the burden of the wealth on the businessman, although actually burdens from the viewpoint of the heavy earners, are sources of pleasure. And in the absence of burdensome objects, one may feel the burden of separation, which is heavier to bear on the actual burden of love. When Lord Krishna referred to the burden of the Yadu dynasty on the earth, He referred to something different than the burden of the beast. The large number of family members born of the Lord Krishna counted to some millions and were certainly a great increase in the population of the earth. But because all of them were expansions of the Lord Himself, by His transcendental planetary expansion, they were a source of great pleasure for the earth. When the Lord referred to them in connection with the burden of the earth, He had in mind their imminent disappearance from the earth. All the members of the families of the Lord Krishna were incarnation of different demigods, and they were to disappear from the surface of the earth along with the Lord. When He referred to the unbearable heaviness on the earth in connection with the Yadu dynasty, he was referring to the burden of their separation. Srila Jiva Goswami confirmed this inference. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishnamsaya Samade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Dhanamani Namaste Saraswadeve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desadharine Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Kadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Viranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. It's a big purport Prabhupada has given, lot of points. I try to quickly refer. First, Prabhupada is mentioning about increase in population in the world. And therefore the world is burdened, overburdened. That's a common theory, but it's not okay. Why Prabhupada tells it's not okay? Prabhupada brings some scientific inference. The birth rate of human beings is comparatively lower than the birth rate of lower animals, bees, aquatics, birds, etc. Because when human beings' population is increases, proportionally, directly proportionally, all these necessary bees like cows and other things, all much more produces. Therefore, there will not be shortage. And the Lord can arrange more and more sources for the human beings when the human population increases. Actually, the human population overburden means shortage of food, shortage of things, they tell. But really shortage of food is people are not turning to agriculture and cooperation. That is the reason. Now everywhere fertile lands are converted into plots and houses. Jungles are converted into concrete jungles. They tell US, I don't know, 86, 87, they call it concrete jungle. You go and see big cities full concrete. Those days trees and other things will be there nowadays. Because they converted everything, that's why the shortage, not because of things. And also, the modern economy brings such a nasty things. I remember nowadays, I don't. Previously some 30 years back and all, in Africa, people will be starving. You might have seen the picture, children and all. Like without food, they will be dying. Lakhs and lakhs people. But at the same time, the Western countries, in particular America, they take the tons of wheat and other things, goes and put in the sea. The reason you know? Economy, the rate, they don't want to come down the rate. Whose mistake? Human's perversion, perverted brain. Their intelligence, their economy is perverted. Once, because they put in the sea, it really happened. Now what they do, I don't know. And all wrong things. Similarly, you know, all of you, that for cows and things, what that for pigs or something they bring up, they use water 20 times and 100 times of water used for growing same amount of grains. And all the energy resources which Lord has given is wasted for creating non-veg items. Whereas the cows and other things, they are eating, Prabhupada often tells, which is uses the grass and all the things and give nice milk. But these people put in the thing, give lot of this thing, feeding that and drinking water and everything and kill the meat. But the economy wise also it's very weak. Therefore all perverted brain, Kali Yuga perverted brain, the people are suffering. Not because of food shortage or grain shortage. One is people are lazy, everybody industrialized. They go for everybody industrial work and other thing, white collar job, or some are white collar job. Everybody want white collar job. They don't want to be in the field or touch the cow tongue or other things and all. No agriculture feels bad and all those things. Therefore, the main reason is the modern culture is the problem. And it's a short idea I gave it. Because proper first portion is, he insists the food is not shortage, the resources are provided by the Lord sufficient enough, and man perverted mind is spoiled everything. And another thing I remember, fertilizer, artificial fertilizer. You know how the fertilizer came? The chemical fertilizer. In Second World War over, something that they have a lot of nitrate and other thing wastage. Then some Germany, that crazy scientist, first order or second order, I don't know. After that, tons of ships load of nitrates and chemical, all bomb waste or something, these things were there. Then some 4 perverted scientists, they did in research in the lab, something they do all goldman, and found that this the plants are growing faster and yielding more. This is where the fertilizer came. But they are such a short-sighted invention, they didn't understand, they don't predict what happens future. Therefore, the nitrates and other things they put, they yield a lot, but lifetime is short. They pumping products so big, but after some time it will die. It's not, also the seeds, their perversion, they have produced seeds so that India was forced to buy their seeds, so that seeds will not produce seeds which can generate next. Now human beings also not generating anybody. Infertile. Infertility not only there, in the extent to human beings also. Now Andhra Pradesh, they are providing money. One child, if you get 30,000 rupees, 40, something like that. I remember those days in Europe they do. But India it has come. Population has coming down very fast. Infertility, even plants infertility, trees are perversion. Therefore, the real problem is they produced heavily with fertilizer and finished the resources. Because the fertilizer will not bring any products. The natural resources in the ground, the earth. Therefore, the earth should provide the energy. But the fertilizer is a catalyst, let it increase the products. And the natural fertilizer that they are balanced. These are not balanced. Therefore, the scientist foolish that whatever energy they are deprived within 2-3 rotation. For example, if you put banana things, after some time banana will not yield. The energy is exhausted. Because of fertilizer, they produce everything faster, quicker and finish. Therefore, they tell rotate, put some other plants. Like that crazy things. Lord has made a wonderful mechanism for all living beings, how to grow, how to this. Really, since I went through all these science things, it's a perversion, total perversion, these people. I can tell this is a perverted intelligence. Real intelligence is accept Krishna's things, everything. That's a real intelligence. You remember, he knows how to produce seasonal fruits. That's why Prabhupada tells also, offer seasonal fruits. Every season, Lord also wants seasonal fruits. They automatically comes, produce. But man's perversion, actually this is the burden. Otherwise, source is not at all less. This is the first topic, this is a big topic. We can talk a lot on these things. Then Prabhupada second parag is go on telling about the earth became overburdened due to dharma klani or irregular discharge of the Lord desire. Dharma, you adharma. Burden is really adharma. The word burden is adharma, not people. When they are doing adharma, that subtle things will affect. You know that in Nepal, recently that was earthquake some 10 years back. That time it was very famous. Einstein's shock waves, that name exactly I forgot. Einstein has invented when somebody has a very strong feeling affected as pain, that will affect the earth and produce some earthquake. Ancient waves, I think, something, huh? Pain waves, something, I exactly forgot. Ancient pain waves or something. Therefore, thousands of lakhs and lakhs of goats, these things are killed. Their pain waves together join and create such a big disaster. It's an ancient one of the theory. Therefore, it may attack anywhere. The disaster may attack anywhere. Therefore, this scientifically also they proven, but because of that only, adharma, all unwanted things happen. When dharma is there, nothing will happen. When dharma is there, when even Rama's period, some Brahmin, Ramayana tells, he comes and tells me, my son has died before me. It is adharma. How it is happening? That means son should not die before father. By natural sequence, father, then slowly it goes. Like that, dharma means everything will go in sequence, Lord, desired sequence perfectly go. Adharma means all these disasters will start. And therefore, Lord, when it is unbearable by the earth, so much burden increases by adharma, then Mother Earth praise the Lord. That's why Lord has to come. This second para is mentioning. Then third para, although there may be great increase in population, the people are exactly in line with the God consciousness and are not misguided. Such a burden on the earth is a source of pressure. Here is, I think, from Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur things he is explaining, purport. Two kinds of burdens. Burden of the beast, burden of love. I think, because in the following words, the burden of beast is unbearable, but the burden of love is source of pleasure. Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti describes the burden of love very practically. Therefore, the burden is really not really burden. For example, mother birth the child. She never feel the burden. The earth bear the trees. no burden. The trees bear the leaves. Leaves are not burden. This small plant, they bear big, the pumpkin and everything. You see such a big pumpkin fall from small that plant. It's not a burden. Therefore the burden is they are lovingly bearing and giving to us. The real burden is beast. And beast means we are not following any rules. Like animals, we do. Therefore, although actually burdens from the viewpoint of heaviness are source of pleasure, this is only source of pleasure, other is heaviness. And Prabhupada explains further with the Jiva Goswami commentary plus both together. This should not be misunderstood when Lord came here not to reduce the burden of the population burden. He didn't reduce the population burden. What he reduced? Adharma. Reduce the burden of the sin. The earth was unbearable to withstand because of the burden of the sin. You can see practically some mentally disturbed person sits with you, you feel disturbed heavily. And a very sinful person can convey the feeling to everything sin. There's a nice story, that Indian Mahavishnu Maharaj. Once he was telling that story, sometime he is sitting. How one's feeling and sins will affect others and all those things. Even thought will affect. It's a very strong things. What happened is, you might have heard also, the king goes in a discuss to see the population situation. Once the minister and king went in the country to see the things, what is the people situation. Suddenly, there was a sandalwood seller's shop. He was selling sandalwood. And this king suddenly called the minister. I feel like killing that minister, that shop owner, sandalwood shop owner. I don't know the reason. I don't know him anything, but I want to kill him. I feel like killing him. Then minister said, what is the reason? Minister told, give me some time. I'll check it and tell. Then after a month, both of them again went in the same route, the discussion. Now the king thought, I don't feel like killing him now. Then told the minister. Then he asked the minister, what is the reason? Then minister told, first time when you are crossing, that person has full shop sandalwoods, not sold. When king was crossing, that shop owner thought, if the king dies, all my sandalwood will be sold. Since he wanted you to die, you wanted to kill him. Then how second time I am not feeling? Then the king told, he went and minister went after the first incident, he purchased all the sandalwood from the shop owner. He understood the story and then. That's why next time when he didn't feel like the king should die. Therefore, king, you also did not feel like killing him. Imagine how much offenses we are doing for different people, different. We should not leave it with a story. Our mind should never feel bad of anybody. It affects them, it affects us. It creates enmity. Gross body violation is less, subtle body violation is heavy. Even the law of justice, if somebody kills a person, less punishment may be by emotion or busted momentary things. There is a chance for escape. But when cunningly plans heavily how to kill and all those things, he'll be certainly punished. Higher than this. Therefore, in short, we should not develop any ill feeling. The society, when they develop ill feeling, the burden comes. It's a lot of things we can go ahead and telling this. But real burden is adharma, or this type of feeling, this will kill. Therefore, certainly, we are supposed to have more dharmic life. For us, Bhakti Seva is the real dharma, because he guarantees. Today's sloga, when we read also, we read Bhagavad Gita. Even sadhareva mandavya, with all things, because anyway he is continuing service, he will come back to me. Like that, let us continue our devotional service with the perfect mode, so that like a walking child, sometimes fall down and get up. We are all walking child. Sometimes we fall down, slip down, but we come up. So one day we start walking properly. Or until then, we need some help. The small child falling in that, those days 3 wheels, some roller will be there. They move that. Nowadays not there. I don't know. They move this and the children will go by and some support needed. Similarly, we also take all Vaishnava support, all these things, continue our devotional service till we become strong enough and give support to others. And always Vaishnava needs Vaishnava's blessings and support. Otherwise, we cannot do anything. We cannot do anything. Their mercy is not that we cannot do all. We are useless. We cannot do anything. We are not capable. Therefore, with that we come out of all these things. Otherwise, sometimes we read all this world, nature, world things and all. Like Bhaktisiddhanta said, this world is not for gentlemen. Really tough how to pass our days in this world. But instead of that, with all difficulties, for 10,000 years this moment will be there. And we can continue. At least we are in the golden period of Kali Yuga, according to Brahma Vaivarta Purana. You know the story, no? Brahma Vaivarta. All rivers, when Kali Yuga started, that time, all rivers took the form and went to Narada and asked, requested, it's a Brahma Vaivarta Purana is there. Please, all Kali Yuga has come, all people will leave the sins in us, take bath and leave them. Where will we go? Give our sins? We will follow. These things very pitiably they are telling. Then all of them go to Krishna, and Krishna asks, Krishna is in the planet. Kali Yuga is going to come. Then Krishna tells, this is actually in the Brahma Vaivarta Purana. After Kali Yuga starts, after 5,000 years, this there will be set of people who will be singing my name and dancing and all those things. They will come and take bath in you, they will purify you. And they take nice prasadam also. This is there in the Brahma Vaivarta. That is the way Mahaprabhu came after 5,000 years. Kali Yuga started and he gave this nama. And Krishna said, after the 10,000 years, that moment will survive. And this will be, we are wondering how Prabhupada got the word, this moment is for 10,000 years. This is Brahma Vaivarta. Kali Yuga, this is there for 10,000 years. We are in the golden period. Not much Kali will affect because Harinam is there. After 10,000 years, we don't know. This is my Guru Maharaj used to tell, don't think 10,000 years go, that I can practice some more time. No. Next birth, you may have some punya karma, go on some birth. It may be after 10,000 years. When you are born, Kali Yuga will be in big, deep. You may not. Therefore, punish in this life itself, punish everything. Therefore, Kali Yuga, the sin and everything will be, Lord can remove by Naam. I need not to tell Harinam Mahima. We daily read, but the depth of the meaning doesn't strike our heart. Namna Mahari Paguda Nija Sarva Sakti. Sarva Sakti is there. Harinam. Tatra Pidhanayamade Smaranena Kala. There is no condition. Still we are, our misfortune, we are not even having taste for it. Anyway, somewhat by Prabhupada blessings, by Mahaprabhu blessings, we got this on the line. At no chance give it up. You know the incident, I think. Prabhupada sometime, some Western devotees in the beginning asked, Prabhupada, you are giving thousands of instructions, we cannot follow, only one instruction I tell. You know that? Prabhupada told, chant 16 rounds. You don't bother about anything else. Chant 16 rounds. What does it mean? When you chant 16 rounds, everything will follow. Other place he tells Prabhupada, you do all devotional service without chanting 16 rounds, they are punya karma, they will become punya karma, not devotional service. Therefore, chant the mantra, we'll 1,000 falls, 1,000 things, we'll continue our devotional service. At least we get the protection of our Parambara, Krishna, and as the way we may be able to pass through this life to some extent. That's a way we are very fortunate. Prabhupada has brought and given us this, all this. I always used to tell, we will be a gentle duck, decent ducks. Our life will be equal to duck. And that's what now so-called gentle life, they tell is a duck's life. But Krishna's mercy, at least we understand what our situation is. Let us continue so that we get out of all this burden. Let us become a source of pleasure. The two burden, no? Burden of pleasure, burden of beast. We should not be a burden of beast. We should be a burden of pleasure. The pleasure burden is happy. Like a mother bear the child, earth bear the plants, plants bear the leaves, and everything is pleasure. Let us become a pleasure burden. That's why yesterday I was telling you, no, Prabhu, that anything depends on the pleasure among the devotees. That alvar things I was telling, no? 4 alvars, first 3 alvars. They become pleasure. Oh, when one person came, oh, I lose the place. Third person, I don't, then they are pleasure. Then Lord also joined them. You know the story for others quickly. There were 3 alvars, first 3 alvar, Pay alvar, Bodhat alvar, and some. One day it was heavy rain in Kanjipuram. One alvar was coming through that night time. And those days in villages, already they have veranda or something open for travelers to sit down and other things. Nowadays, border fully there. Those days there will be things. Therefore, the small place and a small pending place, in that he was find a place, he sat down, lie down. After some time, second alvar came. Rain continues, therefore come. He also doesn't have, he found the same place. By Lord's arrangement, he came there. And both of them are sitting down. Only 2 can sit down. 1 can lie down, 2 can sit down. That much is the place. For this maybe. 1 person can lie down, no, 2 persons have to sit down. After some time, Lord's arrangement, third alvar came. 3 can stand. The place is such a small place. Therefore, all the 3 stand. They are pleasure. Lord found what a pleasure these people are enjoying. He also joined, like a 4th person. They don't know, they were squishing, all pushing inside, they are studying. All with the pleasure. They are not burdened. They are pleasure. Therefore, that is the devotees' things. How one can be pleasure in the pleasure burden. When I read the pleasure burden, I remember yesterday I told. It's a pleasure burden. Otherwise, normally in a congested train or something, we feel burden. But all devotees join together, dancing, jumping, and together we feel pleasure. Let us increase the pleasure. We give the taste of pleasure to the whole community. And I pray all of you are very sincere devotees. You give a wonderful pleasure to all these people. And I remember, I am coming for 15, 20 years back also, because I was Government Secretary for Karnataka, long time. That time you have to see Dharwad is a very different place, and now Prabhu has taken a responsibility and now getting uniting everybody. There are at least 5-10 groups at that time. I don't know still, but all together work nicely, give the pleasure. Now we should give the pleasure potency, not the beast potency. Therefore, it will never burden. Devotees, any amount, anything will give pleasure. And for all your sincere efforts, I pray Radha, Neela Madhav to give you strength and other things. Hare Krishna. Jai Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Yes. You are the das, you are not boss. That thought always stays very strongly in your mind. Then how can you feel other things? You always want to serve. As a, that you know that Bhakti also circle leader, servant leader. They are not leaders, they are servant leader. Among the servant is the lowest servant leader. That mode we talk all, but realization comes very important. We always feel we are dasana das, then this will not come. Another thing is also, seniority means in devotion, who is the very lowest level of devotee is the senior most in devotion. And for temporarily, that is the toughest thing in management, we have to be boss. We have to command, we have to tell and all those things. But this question often asked to me, this answer is very standard. You behave like a senior by management. It's a very tough job, walking on the blade. Any moment it may cut, the ocean cut. The best thing is, you should be most humble. Like Prabhupada was shouting, correcting everything, but he was most humble person. Why we tell that? He never had any selfish motive. His shouting is for others' benefit. And I like the proverb, often I have quoted many places. One who has the mind to help has the right to criticize. This English proverb. One who has the mind to help has the right to criticize. That means you as a leader, you can shout, you can do all these things, but you are moved to help them. Not out of your false ego, not your selfishness, not for your sense gratification. If your sense gratification is involved, if your false ego is involved, I am a big shot. How can you tell that? I told sorry to that Prabhu, what is the last? Yesterday I got little this, because the vehicle I was waiting, didn't come long time. But he didn't tell, he's staying outside. And then I told, what is this? You should have informed me. Then I felt shame. He is coming to serve me. I have to help him. So that, and sorry I told him today morning. The two devotees, two are that. And they are very nice devotees. And therefore just sometimes our false ego puffed up. See, I am waiting so much time, I am suffering, my sense gratification down. Because the taxi walas are go on asking me, harassing me. You want taxi, and all those things. I am the last person. Therefore, I got little things. Then later I found how to practically apply it. Don't shout at them. Please, already. They are nice people there. And I told her. Just I am telling how our mind works, you tell. With all thoughts, all the things also. Then one way is, if you got offended, you tell sorry and make them convinced, comfortable and all those things. In the management also, because I was tired, I came from Vrindavan. I started from Vrindavan by train, went to Delhi, then Delhi to this I took and all those things. Therefore I was very tired. And also, I wanted to settle earlier so that Today work we can do it and all those things. Everything crowded in the mind. And that Ekadashi day I did Govardhan Parikrama also. And whole night I did Parikrama. It took 9 hours. Yes, because daytime very hot. There it is 47, 48 temperature. Here it is very nice cold climate. And therefore night I took. I never sweat, but that Parikrama whole night I was sweating. Full sweating. No wind also, no wind blowing. Therefore everything together. But everything Krishna's arrangement. I should, my sense is little uncomfortable, I am getting angry. Therefore I should not tell them, they have come to serve us with all troubles. I know all of you have so tough time to manage the temple, projects and other things. Just an example I am telling. Therefore I told sorry to these both the devotees. Morning, both of them I told very sorry. I told. Because nice devotees, everything you take a positive point. Another point is, you take all positive points from every devotee. Only new devotee, new bhakta, they take negative points. If you are advanced devotee, they take positive points. And always, that way also you become humble. Another way you become humble is, really Das is, you think all your bad quality, all you did bad. Then you become naturally humble. When you think all others good things, you will become lovingly serving them. When you think all bad about you, you feel like I am very lowest. How Sanatana Goswami approached Mahaprabhu with the blood in the... Oh, that means showing I am very lowest. He is not lowest, but he was. To guide us. Therefore, these are different moods. Senior means most servant. Very lowest servant. That's how you say. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Shankadhari Prabhu, we are very fortunate, basically, to hear from you, because one who is practicing the life of detachment, along with that taking the whole responsibility of the seva. So this is a very good combination in your personality. You teach by your own example of humility and simplicity and detachment.
Trying to be. Still, I don't know, it pops up. Because our material education, material position and all those, sometimes it pops up. I am trying.
So, maybe 5 more minutes discussion, is that okay? So, a wonderful beginning.
Echo is there. Echo, can you reduce? Echo is there. Because of echo, I am unable to hear properly.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Now better.
So, because now so many things to do, so many things Prabhupada told. Now, when we this topic today, we were discussing about how to get rid of this contamination of the land, because there is a contamination in the mind, and that it is increasing the burden. Solution is, okay, you go grow your own food, you have your own piece of land, you take care of the cows, follow the simple living, high thinking model, follow the model of Varnashrama with the Krishna-centric Vishnu Aradhyati Pumsa Na Anyat Tattosha Karanat Atapam Viduja Srishta Varnashrama Bhagasha Samsiddhi Haritoshanam. So this principle we want to do, but as soon as we turn towards those things, people doubt, प्रभु जी डेविएट हो रहे हैं, श्रवण कीर्तन पे ध्यान नहीं दे रहे. Then we focus on the bhakti and jnana part. And when we try to do that, then Prabhuji is not practical.
They are turning.
Yeah.
Not practical, they are turning.
Not practical. So, the same story. गधे पे बैठ जाओ तो बोलते हैं अरे रे गधा, गधे से नीचे he don't know how to utilize these resources. You know the story of the son and father and one donkey. In any situation, whatever you do, people will criticize. There will be sect of the people. As a leader, it becomes very difficult. where I should focus? If I focus here, I will be criticized by this sect of people. If I focus here, always there will be criticism. And then one will come with a hammer, you are not humble.
No, when they are criticizing, you should remember they are ready to contribute something.
Yeah.
I remember when serving prasadam in our temple, somebody newly came, he doesn't do anything, come and why are you not serving water? I'm waiting for somebody to do it. Please kindly can you do it? I still cannot. And somebody, when I was constructing temple, oh, the temple is in first floor. Why don't you put some lift? I'm waiting for that. Can you sponsor it? Therefore, this is empty.
So people will not contribute.
Don't bother about such.
They will comment a lot. So I also understood now.
But don't take negative. They are, according to their level, they are practicing. That's all. Even devotees level, now among devotees we have different levels. You may be knowing, attending many meetings. The SID's forum and all, you see different people, different opinion. You talk about simple life, somebody will talk about big life. Even leaders. Therefore, the right mentality is take the things according to their level. Swabhava they are practicing. Ultimately, Lord is taking care. We don't get involved. What we feel comfortable, what is our Swabhava, we do it. It's what ultimately after 40 years experience I come to decision. I cannot force anybody, including my wife and children. Their Swabhava, they are acting. My Swabhava, I am acting. Similarly, world is like that. But don't criticize, that will kill our devotion. Everybody, then appreciation will down. Everybody doing according to the service. You remember Prabhupada, when you was in the first things when you are doing class, somebody, drunken man comes inside and went to toilet and came back. Then Prabhupada told him, you put a tissue paper and for the toilet and went. See, he is also doing some service. Prabhupada appreciated only that service. Learn, we have to learn, appreciate. Sometimes you encourage like people grown up, but you encourage them like children, they accept. Therefore, criticizing, it's endless. We criticize others, they criticize others. And what you are doing is that, like that. That is endless. Chant Hare Krishna. That will be so cleared. Krishna tadami buddhyoham enama ubhyandide. He gives the knowledge. Somebody chants properly, follow Vaishnava things and nothing. Lord gives the knowledge, direction. We are just everybody, we are Siksha Guru, Diksha Guru, everybody is a guide. Guru means guide. We show the direction to Lord. Direction to Lord is chant mantra and do service. And everybody cannot come to the same level one shot. They are in different levels, different contamination. Therefore, give them one lift. Maybe next birth. Ekabhikramo nasasti pratyavayana vityade. Salpama Paisa Dharmitradam. Next birth they may go to next step. Prabhupada tells in the purport, even 1%, 2% if you have done, you can start from third person. Percentage. Therefore, that mode if we develop, we don't criticize, we don't bother. Other criticism also, if as a devotee, this is for others. Other criticizers, we take first, are we really wrong? A devotee should take, instead of offensive sense, positive sense. Maybe I may be wrong. And so that way we can advance. These are all my experience. But still, it's very tough, false ego pop up and all those things. But really somebody criticizes, we have to accept whether we are at fault, correct it. If you are not at fault, explain them in a humble way. These are the process to come out of all this. Now you see, food is not a problem, this is not a mind is the problem. So much the mind, so much the management. That's why many run away from management. Because you cannot satisfy anybody in the management. But it's a tapas. Prabhupada told it's a spiritual management. ISKCON is a spiritual management. You go to manage spiritually. Then Krishna, Prabhupada, everybody will come for protection. Thank you. 9 o'clock, I worked. Thank you very much for all the words. Hare Krishna.
HG Shankadhari Prabhu ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.